Recently, Kelly Ripa's absence from Live with Kelly and Mark has sparked a lot of conversation among fans. Although her absence wasn't explained on the show, many viewers noticed the difference in energy when she wasn't there. Deja Vu, the show's announcer, filled in as Mark Consuelo's co-host, but fans felt that the chemistry between Mark and Deja wasn't the same. This made it clear just how much Kelly Ripa means to the successful atmosphere of the show. Kelly Ripa's absence from the show. Kelly's absence might be related to some big events happening in the next few weeks. She is preparing for a special episode of Live called the After the Oscars show, which will air on March 3, 2025. This special episode is filmed in Los Angeles, and Kelly has always looked forward to the Oscars coverage. It's an exciting time for her, as she gets to interact with celebrities right after the Academy Awards. Because of this, Kelly might have been busy getting ready for the big event or resting after a busy weekend. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, Live with Kelly and Mark. During Kelly's absence, fans quickly noticed a shift in Mark Consuelo's behavior. Viewers shared their thoughts online, saying Mark seemed bored to death without Kelly by his side. His usual energy seemed flat, and fans picked up on it. One fan even commented, "Mark was bored to death this whole show, and I was too." Others agreed, saying that they felt Mark seemed less interested in the show as time went on. This reaction from fans shows just how much Kelly's presence affects the show's vibe. Mark seems unenthusiastic. Mark, who is in his second year as a full-time co-host on Live, has built a strong partnership with Kelly over time. Their chemistry has been a key factor in the show's success, and viewers have grown accustomed to seeing them work together. Without Kelly, Mark seemed less enthusiastic, and it was clear that something was missing. The absence of her lively energy made it hard for fans to enjoy the episode the same way they usually do. In addition to the After the Oscars show, Kelly has been busy preparing for her role in the Oscars coverage. She even showcased her transformation into an Ariana Grande lookalike, which was part of a segment for the Live After Oscars show. With the help of her team, Kelly recreated Ariana's look from the Wicked movie, where Ariana plays Glinda the Good Witch. Fans were impressed by her effort and creativity, which made them even more excited for the special event next month. It's clear that Kelly Ripa is an essential part of Live with Kelly and Mark. Fans love the dynamic between her and Mark, and when she's not around, it's noticeable. Whether she's preparing for a big event or taking a break, Kelly's absence reminds us all how much she brings to the show. Hopefully, she'll be back soon, ready to sit in her chair next to Mark and bring back the energy and fun that fans have come to expect from Live. Why do you think Kelly was absent? When will she be back? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Kelly Ripa, the effervescent heart of Live with Kelly and Mark, has been missing from her familiar perch beside husband Mark Consuelos in recent episodes, and fans are feeling the void. Her unexplained absence from the long-running daytime talk show has ignited a flurry of speculation and conversation among viewers, who've grown accustomed to her infectious energy and quick wit. With show announcer Deja Vu stepping in as Mark's temporary co-host, the shift in dynamic was impossible to ignore, leaving many to wonder what's keeping Kelly away and how her absence reshapes the show they love. From her upcoming After the Oscars show to Mark's noticeably subdued demeanor, here's a deep dive into what's happening behind the scenes and why Kelly Ripa's presence is so vital to Live's magic. Kelly Ripa's recent no-show on Live with Kelly and Mark caught fans off guard, especially since the program didn't offer an on-air explanation. For a host who's been a fixture of morning TV for over 2 decades, first as Kelly Ripa on Live with Regis and Kelly, then alongside Ryan Seacrest, and now with Mark Consuelos, her absence was a jolt. Typically, Kelly's the one steering the ship with her signature blend of humor, warmth, and relatability. So when announcer Deja Vu slid into the co-host chair, viewers immediately sensed a change. Deja, a seasoned pro who usually handles intros and voiceovers, did her best to keep the show humming, but the chemistry just wasn't the same. So where was Kelly? While the show stayed mum, fans and insiders point to a likely culprit: her jam-packed schedule leading up to a major event. On March 3, 2025. Just days away from the current date of March 1, Kelly is set to helm the annual Live After the Oscars show, a high-profile special filmed in Los Angeles immediately following the Academy episode. It's a marquee moment for Live, where Kelly and Mark trade their New York studio for the glitz of Hollywood. Rubbing elbows with A-listers fresh off the Oscar stage, the special has long been a highlight of Kelly's year, a chance to flex her interviewing chops and bask in the post-awards glow. Preparing for such an extravaganza is no small feat. The After the Oscars show requires meticulous planning, script rehearsals, wardrobe fittings, travel logistics, and coordination with celebrity guests. Kelly, known for her hands-on approach, likely threw herself into these details, possibly taking time off from the regular broadcast to focus. There's also the physical toll to consider. Jetting cross-country, adjusting to a 3-hour time difference, and powering through a late-night taping after the Oscars could have prompted her to rest up beforehand. Kelly lives for this stuff, a source close to the show told People last year. She thrives on the chaos of Oscar week. If that's the case, her absence might have been a strategic breather or a last-minute prep sprint before the big day. Beyond logistics, Kelly's been teasing fans with a creative twist tied to the Oscar special. In a recent segment, she unveiled a transformation into an Ariana Grande lookalike, channeling the pop star's role as Glinda the Good Witch from the upcoming Wicked movie. With her glam team in tow, Kelly donned a blonde wig, sparkly pink gown, and Grande's trademark high ponytail, nailing the whimsical vibe. "I'm ready to float into Oz, or at least the Dolby Theater," she quipped on Instagram, where fans raved about her dedication. The stunt, a playful nod to the Oscars, buzz hints at the effort she's pouring into the March 3 broadcast. Could this elaborate prep have pulled her away from The Daily Show? It's a plausible piece of the puzzle. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, the heartbeat of Live. Since Mark Consuelos joined Live as Kelly's full-time co-host in April 2023, following Ryan Seacrest's departure, the couple has redefined the show with their real-life chemistry. Married since 1996 and parents to 3 grown kids, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, they bring a lived-in rapport that's equal parts playful and authentic. Kelly's the spark plug, dishing out zingers and steering conversations with her boundless energy, while Mark plays the cool-headed foil, rounding her with his dry humor and easy charm. Together, they've turned Live into a daily dose of marital banter, celebrity interviews, and feel-good moments that resonate with viewers. Kelly's absence threw that dynamic into sharp relief. With Déjà Vu filling in, Mark soldiered on, chatting with guests and running through segments, but something was off. Fans took to social media to voice what they saw. A lackluster Mark, missing his sparring partner. "Mark was bored to death this whole show, and I was too," one viewer posted on X. Another chimed in. "You could tell he was just going through the motions without Kelly. The vibe was flat." A third fan noted, "Mark's energy picks up when Kelly's there to bounce off of. Alone, he's just meh." The consensus was clear: Mark thrives with Kelly by his side, and without her, the show loses its spark. Déjà Vu, to her credit, brought professionalism and warmth to the role. As Live's announcer since 2017, she's a familiar voice, often hyping the audience or tossing to commercial breaks. Stepping into the co-host spotlight was a bigger ask. And while she handled it with poise, the chemistry with Mark didn't crackle the way it does with Kelly. "Deja's great, but she's not Kelly," one fan tweeted. "Mark needs someone to riff with, not just nod along." It's not a knock on Deja. Few could match the decades-long shorthand Kelly and Mark have built, but a testament to how deeply Kelly's presence shapes the show's DNA. Mark seems unenthusiastic, a partner without his muse. Mark Consuelos is no rookie. A veteran actor from All My Children and Riverdale, he's comfortable in front of a camera. And his second year on Live has solidified his place as a capable co-host. But Kelly's absence exposed a subtle truth: his enthusiasm hinges on their interplay. Without her, Mark's delivery felt rote, his smiles less frequent, his banter dialed back. He looked like he was counting the minutes until the end, one viewer observed. Another wrote, "Mark's usually so lively with Kelly. This time, he just seemed tired." It's not hard to see why. Kelly's the yin to his yang. She pushes him out of his comfort zone, teases him mercilessly, and keeps the pace brisk. Their on-air dynamic mirrors their off-screen marriage, a push-pull that's equal parts affectionate and unpredictable. Takeaway: Kelly and Mark's left anchoring the show solo, a role that doesn't play to his strengths. He's not the type to carry it alone, a longtime live watcher noted.